Okay, let's look at problem number 2 now, multiplying and dividing functions. So it says let f of x equal x squared minus 9 and g of x equal x plus 3. What are f times g and f over g and their domains? So f times g of x equals f of x times g of x, which is x squared minus 9 times x minus 3. And so if I just multiply this using my four properties, I get x cubed plus 3x squared minus 9x minus 27. For f over g of x, or f of x over g of x, I have x squared minus 9 over x plus 3. I'm going to have to factor this. So I have to use those skills that I've already learned previously. I'm going to factor. I have x minus 3 times x plus 3. My x plus 3's will cancel out, and I'm just left with x minus 3. But x still cannot equal negative 3. So it says the domain of both f and g are the set of real numbers. So this is a quadratic and this is a linear. So they are the domain will be all real numbers. The domain of f over g is the set of real numbers except x cannot equal 3. So here, because my denominator cannot equal negative 3, that's the only value that it cannot be. So now let's take a look at the guided. So I have f of x equals 3x squared minus 11x minus 4, and g of x, sorry about that, is equal to 3x plus 1. So the first one is f of g, f times g of x, which is just f of x times g of x. So I have 3x squared minus 11x minus 4 times 3x plus 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and start multiplying. 3x times 3x cubed is going to give me 9x cubed, 3x squared, and then 3x times negative 11 is going to give me negative 33x squared, and 3x times minus 4 is going to give me minus 12x, and then 1 times 3x is going to give me a plus 3x squared, a minus 11x, and a minus 4. I add all my like terms, and I get 9x cubed. These are alike, so I get minus 30x squared. These are alike, so I get minus 23x, minus 4. Alright, the next one, I'm going to have to erase some of this, excuse me. And I get f over g of x, which is f of x over g of x, which is 3x squared minus 11x minus 4 over 3x plus 1. So I'm going to have to factor this. Let's do it over here in blue so that we don't get confused. And so when I factor, I'm going to multiply here and I get negative 12. And my factors of negative 12 that equal to negative 11, when I add them, are going to be negative 12 and positive 1. So I get 3x squared minus 12x plus 1 minus 1x. So when I factor it, I get 3x times x minus 4 plus, it's an invisible 1 here, and this is x minus 4. So I get 3x plus 1 times x minus 4, and that should go up top. So that's what that is equal to. Well, that means my 3x plus 1 is going to cancel out. So I'm going to have to erase some of this. And I get 3x plus 1 times x minus 4 over 3x plus 1. That is crossed out. I'm left with x minus 4 I still have to use this as my denominator, so I'm going to set that equal to 0 down here real quick. Subtract 1 on both sides. I get 3x equals -1. Divide both sides by 3. And I get x. So x cannot equal -3. So the domain, we're dealing with quadratic and linear, so my domain is all real numbers, except for this when I'm dividing for my quotient function. X cannot equal -1/3. I hope this helps.